If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Right, hi, welcome to week 2 of our Test Chambers Wrath and Glory game, where we actually start playing today. I'm the GM. Everyone's in the right slots. Characters are all done from last week. So yeah, sorry about last week. I was exhausted by that on that day. I was literally fucking exhausted. This week I managed to fix my sleeping patterns, so I weren't getting up stupidly early after getting home at 4 a.m. So yeah, good. So yeah, we're gonna go around the table in a minute and get people to introduce themselves and who they're playing, and then we'll crack on with the actual game. I'm a little bit nervous. I feel I'm ready, but I also feel I'm not ready. So it's sort of that whole,
Never let him see. Never let him see behind the screen, James.
But yeah, if you bear with me, I'm sure by the end of the 8 week session, or 7 weeks, I guess, or 6 weeks, 7 weeks playing. Was it 6 weeks? 6 weeks playing. We'll all be mastered this system. I've read it. I understand it. I just need to now put it in practice and see how it works. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you're watching this on Twitch, do consider hitting that follow button if you haven't done so already. And if you're feeling particularly spicy and have Amazon Prime and not using it at all, do consider hitting that subscribe button and using your free Amazon Prime subscription that you get every month. Unfortunately, you do have to come into the channel every month to resubscribe, which is probably the most annoying thing about it, but that's the way they get you to have to do it. So they don't have to pay out any money to people, but, that's Amazon. But anyway, so we'll start with Neil. Neil, who are you and who are you playing?
I'm Neil Gow, and I today will be playing Davian Tor, an interrogator of the Ordo Hereticus of the Inquisition. I hunt heretics.
Cool. Thank you. Oscar.
Yeah, I'm Oscar. I'm playing Ivan L412, a Mechanicus Lex Mechanic, which is a seeker of knowledge.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Mason, or whatever we're calling you today.
What's going on? I'm Marcus, or Mason. I'm playing Nicholas Fury.
Do you want it to appear as Mason or Marcus? Because I'm confused.
I'm sorry. It's all right, check this out. So Mason Voorhees is my Twitter handle. And my name is Marcus. But anyway, I'm playing Nicholas Fury. He is a sanctioned psyker, and he's ready to turn the heat up. That's it.
All right, cool. And last but not least, Nathan.
Everyone, I'm Nathan, or Godless Bullcat. Anywhere you care to find me online. I'll be playing Sergeant Validius Payne, a Tempestus Scion, which is kind of like a orbital drop trooper, special forces type person. He's here to do. He's not here to do. He's here to kick ass. That's all he's here to do.
Do the Emperor's
And
work.
chew bubblegum.
Yeah. No bubblegum in 40K. It's all gone.
There's only recap.
And he wouldn't choose bubblegum over kicking ass anyway. So he's just here to kick ass.
It's a waste of Forge World resources.
Yeah, exactly. Heresy, actually, if you want to get right down to it.
Talk about it, King.
What are we gonna do? Chew some Hubba Bubba? Stare down a Tyranid swarm? Get the hell out.
Yeah, of course. Already exists.
Some of that big league chew though, they be hitting different. That big league chew, I can look some nid in the face with some big league chew.
Okay, so my ruin starts at 4 because there's 4 players.
My wrath starts at 2 because I'm impotent.
I think Wrath is on your character sheet, right?
Top right corner, it starts at 2.
And then Glory. Glory starts at 0. And you can shift extra icons into Glory. You can have a maximum of 6. Alright, cool. Okay. So. You are all awoken and told to head to. Let me get my little notes up that I've made. Fucking hell. When I say little, they're fucking long. You're all told to head to the an avious shuttlecraft that's waiting for you. You are to head down to. You are to head down to. And my notes fail me instantly.
All right.
Hang on. You are to head down to.
Charybdion.
Yeah, you're to head down to Hive Adion. Hive Adion. And one of the servitors who woke you hands Davian a data slate.
What's on the data slate?
The servitor says, once you are on the ship, do have a read of the data. Sorry, I imagine they talk like that because, you know.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. That's how they talk.
Inquisition eyes only. Okay. I'll cast my eyes around to make sure everybody else is moving.
Yep, I'm already up and out the door. I'm like, I'm gonna do pre-flight. I'm out, and I start moving with my weapons and stuff to go do. Am I flying the shuttle?
No, it's been piloted. Why do you
All right,
want to pilot the ship? Because if you want to pilot a ship, you can pilot the ship. If you're, it is a rather large ship. It's not just a one-man ship. It is kind of, it is like a crew of people that sort of do handle the ship.
Okay, all right.
You are not touching the blessed machine.
Someone has to fly it. Come on.
Uh,
I've been studying. All right. I can.
You can co-pilot at best.
Hey, brother Devian, what have you got there?
Information.
Are
True
you
to my eyes only at the moment.
Understood.
Okay.
How are you feeling this morning?
So, Neil, if you look in the journal entries, there should be something called the message.
There is indeed the
Why
message.
does Brother Davian sound like Werner Herzog?
A lot of disrespect there, brother Davian.
No, it's how are you
It's
today?
It's not Inquisitor eyes only. It's eyes only for the group itself, right?
Yeah, you may say that, James.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just like I'm gonna try to talk these hotshots out of a ship.
Okay, folks, gather round. We're briefing.
All right, I'm coming back.
So, Caribbean is a ocean world of significant value in the Gilead system. We already know this because we studied the schematics, haven't we? He says, looking around to everybody's done their homework. The planetary governor, called Ganthet Veneratio, has gone missing. Suspicious. And we have reason to believe he's dead. Which is quite a large jump to make, but hey, well, let's go. As such, this planet needs a new governor. And I'm going to ensure that the succession proceeds quickly. The planet's production of food is too important to the system to let it fall into anarchy. This message, by the way, is from Jakel Varonius, our patron, the Rogue Trader. One of the largest problems involves the nobles of Hive Adion. the capital. They're upper hive elite, and they relish in taking insult at any opportunity. That's a shame.
That's good because I give it every opportunity.
Indeed. There have been a series of apparent murders among their ranks. I worry about the investigatory powers of this place where somebody is missing, presumed dead instantly, and there are apparent murders as opposed to, I don't know, deadly slips.
Well, we can cut to the chase.
Eventually, one will use these deaths as an excuse to accuse a rival, and the planet's industry will fall apart as the nobles war amongst themselves. Oh dear. I want this murderer found and swift retributive action taken against them. At the same time, you need to verify the governor's death. Veneratio's disappearance was far too convenient. And we do not want these trivialities to distract from the other things that are going on in Gilead. We need to contact Prefect Aurelius, the highest ranking member of the administratum, and the interim governor to get some more specifics. We have a murder case, my friends, in a pit of vipers.
Brother Davin,
Sorry, go ahead.
Brother Davin, I think that by mandate of the Inquisition that this type of case appeals specifically to you and I think that without them saying that, I think that our investigation would lead towards us selecting an heir to that seat of power just by mandate alone. I think that we should be delving deeper into this, trusting no one. I think that before we even move forward, there needs to be a level of trust amongst the four of us.
We've been tested in battle before.
True.
Yeah, as long as you don't warp out on us, I'll be all right.
Why don't we just lobotomize all the leaders and have them controlled?
That is your answer to everything, isn't it? Lobotomize first, ask questions later.
Yes.
All hail the Omnissiah.
All hail.
So,
And if they want to go that route, I burn hotter than Promethean fire.
So this small shuttle sort of starts descending through the atmosphere of the ocean world of whatever it was called. Where is it? I
Caribbean.
missed it.
Or Caribbean.
Is it? All right.
Or Caribbean.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as you sort of like descend a little way down, you do start seeing like the tops of the spire of this hive that you're heading to. It's on the horizon, and it sort of glistens in the sunlight that bathes the planet. There is definitely a sort of a greenish hue to the planet itself. This planet is what they produce for food is considerable amounts of algae that are basically is the prime staple of people's diets in the Gilead system. So the oceans are basically more or less. Who's rolling dice?
I rolled dice.
Why are you rolling dice?
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was illegal. Sorry.
Oh no, you failed. The ship crashes and burns. You're all dead. No. So you see. Like I said. So the oceans are basically have a green hue over them because the amount of algae that's growing just basically blankets the surface of the ocean and probably goes far deeper. As you descend down, the landing pad that you're due to land on sort of glows it with a bright blue hue around it, and like lights start flickering on it. this is clearly Hive Alien, which is where you're supposed to be going. It takes a while. Probably takes a few, 10 or so minutes to sort of descend from the cloud cover down to the landing platform that is awaiting for you. The comms, the Vox. Is it Vox? Yeah, I think it's a Vox. The Vox on the ship sort of sparks to life as well, giving commands to whoever's piloting it to allow the systems, the Hive systems, to take control of the ship, so that you don't, slam the ship into the side of the Hive itself, because that will be kind of bad. And yeah, in 10 minutes, the ship sort of docks on this platform that's high up in the it's not ground level, it's high up on the on the spire itself. And as you as it docks, you see the large entrance into the Hive opens up, and what looks like enforcers sort of come marching out onto the walkway. What do you do?
I think about buckling my police up that I'm wearing, and then think otherwise, because I may as well go in cash and pop out my seat and say, "Okay, game face is on, everybody."
Yep. I checked the power settings on my my hotshot las rifle, and stand up and punch the door release and open the door up to the platform, or the hatch release.
Davian, clarification: is this a stealth mission?
No. At the minute, it's not a stealth mission. At the minute, we're considering them to be friendly until proven otherwise.
I turn and look at the tech priest stealth, and you see the size of my armor and stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I'm going to use some sign of science.
Undercover.
I'm going to use some sign of science to see if I can just feel the presence of the warp.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
I'm using my sign of science so I can sense the presence of the warp. I'm just walking out, getting a feel for everything.
There's any warp entities or anybody actively using psychic powers and stuff like that?
That's it. Just to getting a feel for anything psychic running around.
You're in a high world. Hundreds of people are dying every minute.
Also, you're more than 50 meters. You're not a ground. Like I said, you're not a ground level. You're quite high up in this.
Okay.
Spire.
All right.
Yeah. So I step out first. You said there's enforcers on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Like RBDs or thugs type for private security, or Adeptus RBDs.
They're probably no, they're not arbiters.
Okay.
They're just they're probably planetary defense.
They probably got stubbers and clubs.
Or security.
Clubs. Yeah, I get out and head over towards them.
Yeah, one of them steps forward. Good evening, or good morning, sir. We're we received a vox from the Jakel Varonius. If you care to follow us, and we will take you to see the prefect.
Prefect Aurelius?
Correct.
All right. Emperor protects. I'm going to turn and wave the rest of the group out.
Okay. I'll walk out cockily.
What do people look like?
Hand on chainsaw hilt.
What do you look like? David, what do you look like?
I am a sort of 6 foot tall, dark haired, piercing blue eyes. God bless the random tables. Man is sort of in his early middle age. I'm wearing a long, heavy sort of Imperial officer's coat, but underneath, I got a buckle up jacket on that I wear open, so you can just see my bodysuit underneath it. And I tend to walk along with one hand on my chainsword, because why wouldn't you?
You're not flexing much. What about you, Ivan L412?
Well, I'm quite a skinny person, about almost 6 feet, slightly hunchbacked, with a quite large servo arm on his back, as well as some other mechanical dendrites. He has at least one glowing eye, clearly replaced with mechanics, and a few other implants that are visible. Dressed in the Mechanicus robes, walks forward out of the ship.
Cool. Nicholas or Mason, whoever you.
So,
Sorry, Mason. Just so you know, as from now on, obviously, I'll probably be using your characters' names, so just get used to me calling you by your character names.
You got it. So Nicholas is he's roughly 6 feet. He's in his 40s. He's thin, but that doesn't annotate malnourishment. It just talks about, you see just how much sinew and lean this guy really is. A couple scars on him. He's kind of he doesn't have a lot of hair in many places, so he's bald. He doesn't quite have like a lot of hair all over his face and body, because that's just who he is. And he's upright, kind of reserved kind of guy. His outfit, he doesn't really care. It's kind of tatters. It's, regular Inquisitor's outfit, nothing too fancy, no flash, no flare. Kind of blends in with everybody else.
Cool. And what about you, Valius?
So Validius is probably the shortest. He's just the shortest Kazrakin that he's shortest a Kazrakin could be and still make cutoff to be one of those troops. But he is, no, not Kazrakin. He's Cadian. So the Cadian Tempestus are called Kazrakin. So his armor is like this off OD green color with like arrows of camouflage like painted onto it. It's dinged up and banged up, but it's still serviceable. It's clean. It's scarred up by claws and teeth is what it looks like. Looks like he got thrown into a blender. Hasn't had time to fully knock all the scratches out of it and get it repainted. He's like he keeps his hair really, really short, shaved with a razor, and he's got almost like a permanent 5 o'clock shadow, which is like the same length as his hair. And you shake hands with him. It's kind of like shaking hands with a tree. He's like a little ball of knotted muscle from walking around in carapace armor all the time. So, and he has
this broke before he did.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's got this stare though. That's like none of this is serious. Like he's got this kind of 1,000-yard stare. Like this is just a Tuesday and I'm here doing this. And this is never as serious as the last couple months were. Like he's seen too much.
Okay. Does he look haunted?
No.
Oh, okay.
He looks bored.
So the enforcers sort of step aside and they sort of walk abreast of you, if you know what I mean. So they sort of key you in, like not key you in, but sort of like lead you into the through the entryway. There's railings all along the gangway into the actual the doorway, because this isn't the Star Wars universe. They put railings up here.
Yeah.
Um.
Safety first, Emperor second.
But yeah, as you enter into this basically large corridor of intricate design with like statuettes and stuff of the Emperor and other such like anointed important people of the Imperium. This place is lavish. It's got red velvet carpets that sort of like run the breadth of the place. It's probably like made out of like almost a black volcanic marble type stonework, probably insulated with like white marble to sort of like bring out some of the features. There's plenty of like archways with probably almost like a golden, maybe it's not actually gold, but it looks golden. In fact, actually, it probably is golden, like supports that sort of like run the edges of the actual archway itself. This place is up here in the high part of the hive, is lavish beyond words. You'd even think that this part is probably more than like even your patriarch, the Rogue Trader, has. This is probably one of the most lavishest places that you've seen. Mainly because of all the money they make from supplying the sector with the food. And before the storm, the Empire, the Imperium, with supplies. But yeah, you're taking down this corridor. It's probably not a corridor. It's probably a thoroughfare rather than a corridor. And there are a few shops you occasionally see on this level, selling high-end goods, and there's probably a few restaurants with people, well-dressed individuals sitting outside enjoying their synth coffee or their algae tea or something, Poncy, up their own arses type people, and they pay no ill attention towards you at all. They probably don't even know you're there. And eventually you're taken through a large doorway into a monstrous hall. The hall is so so wide that you could easily fit three Leman Russ battle tanks abreast. They could, quite easily in this hallway. Hall. And one of the enforcers turns to you and say, "If you'd like to take a seat here, I will go see if the prefect is ready to receive you."
If the prefect is ready to receive us.
Yes.
The prefect better be ready to receive us.
Oh, sure.
Certainly. Obviously, yes. I will just go make sure he is ready, yes?
That's correct. Far better.
Okay. And the enforcer heads off through a side door. What do you do?
Like that. Set the we should set the ground rules immediately.
He laid down the ground rules up front. That was great.
I look and see if there's any coffee or this posh shit for us.
Oh, there's
Is there any of this posh stuff laying around for us?
So, one of the probably a servitor or something comes out with comes out with like tea and coffee and such, and goes, comes up to you and goes, "Do you require refreshments?"
After a long and arduous walk
like-
through the shops. Yes, why not?
I mean, this is separate, right? So this is a separate, it's a hall, it's a grand hall, and this creature's the servitors come from one of the side doors within the grand hall itself.
So when I say I'm using sign of science, right? I'm not activating a power. I'm just letting kind of the warp not flow through me, but I'm kind of just getting in touch of where I am, right? It doesn't have to do anything with any power usage, because if it does, that would go right to deny the witch. All I'm just getting a feel for if there's any type of warp presence around us. And that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Just kind of getting a feel for what's in the air, what's on me, anything that I can kind of sense or kind of feel.
Yeah, if we have a little sort of flashback to us coming down in the shuttle and me going, right, sort of as we're sat there saying, okay, we're going to investigate a murder.
Right.
Somebody has murdered a planetary governor. I doubt they're going to, be too fazed by murdering an interrogator of the Inquisition and his retinue. So we need to keep our eyes open and sharp.
And then I'm going to turn to Devian and just say, hey, brother, I'm just getting a feel for any presence of the warp, and I'm going to keep you posted if I feel anything.
Yeah.
That's between me and Devian, though.
I tell the servitor, I'll just have a coffee.
All right, he holds up one cup and one thing and pours you a cup of coffee.
All right.
Would you like cream or milk with that?
I don't know. Should I? I've never had coffee.
Truly, this place is affluent if it can afford a cow.
Not real cream.
Synth cream. Soy cream.
Soy
All right.
cream.
No, I'll take
Crop
it.
cream.
All right, enough with the cream. I don't want cream in my coffee. I'm just gonna drink it straight.
Like these Slackers,
Yeah.
black.
Okay.
All right, you guys should try some of this.
Is that standard Imperium recap?
I don't listen. I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I can't understand a single word he's saying. He's saying stuff like recap. I don't know what that means.
Commonly
Eventually,
referred to as coffee in the name of the common folk.
eventually, the enforcer comes back out and he says, "The prefect is ready to receive you."
Excellent.
If you'd like to follow me.
Yep.
We'll follow on.
Drinking my coffee.
Okay, you are led into the main audience chamber. Like I said, which is just the sort of side of the main hall. To the side of the governor's throne stands Prefect Aurelius. He appears to be eating purple grapes.
All right. I'll wave the little toady guy.
Yeah.
I'll wave him out again.
That's what he looks like.
All right. You can go, man. You can go.
He's a pallid man of medium height. He's bald, though many pipes, ducts, and wires emerge from the top of his head to bend down behind and over his shoulders. The pipes and other such things terminate in a cogninator attached to his chest. and a scroll emerges forth from the cogitator,
Cogitator.
updating Aurelius on stuff that you don't need to know about. And yeah, his robes of office is red and somewhat ragged.
I'll stride forward and make the sign of the Aquila and say, "Greetings. It's good to be here, highest august member of the administratum. Any aid that we can give to you in this trying time, please just ask."
He offers you a grape. Would you care for a grape? Very rare.
I say it's been some time since I've had fresh fruit. Yes.
What's fruit? What's
It's
fruit?
what you have after you've had recaf. And I'll pluck a grape out and have a moment enjoying it. I'll not quite go the full Denethor and have the juice rolling down my chin, but is it a real grape, James?
It is a real grape. Oh, I did forget one other thing. When you was coming through the main hallway, you did see a real tree as well.
I've seen trees before.
Maybe, yeah, but like on a hive world, they're not very common.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he says, so you're Jakel's neutral investigators, I take it.
Yeah.
I suppose you'll do. I suppose. But understand this. Jakel may operate under an Imperial warrant, but you do not.
Excuse me?
That's correct. We don't operate under Imperial warrant. We operate under the
As a courtesy
We're under
to
the-
as a courtesy to the esteemed Rogue Trader, then, on accounts of our mutual goals, I will allow you to investigate the current situation. However, you are not, I repeat, not under any circumstances to make this situation worse.
And what would constitute making the situation worse?
Accusations being thrown around willy-nilly.
We were sent by the Inquisition, and you telling me to not make it worse?
You've
By
not
what
been
right?
sent by the Inquisition.
I wasn't?
No.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Jakel Varonius has chosen us for our particular talents in wheedling out the truth in situations like this and dealing with it.
Okay.
Don't worry, there will be neither willy nor nilly in our accusations.
He says, fair enough, but make sure you make, just to be clear though, make sure there are no oh my god, accusations without proof.
Your cogitator's buffering.
It is, yes. I need to get one of the tech priests to check it out.
Well, to further assist with the investigation, I think that it would be it's paramount that you be very, very honest with us and hold nothing back in form of details.
Sorry, what?
I said I think that it's only fair that if you want a swift and non-accusatory investigation, that you yourself be open and very detailed about all the questions that we may have for you.
Sure. Oh my god, words, James. Sure, that is fine. What do you need to know?
First, can we find somewhere a little more private than this giant hallway to talk, as there's matters of murder to be discussed?
He says, I'm the only one here.
Are you?
I pick up my auspex and check.
Apart from the servitors walking around in the grand hall, which is not here, not this room, he is pretty much alone.
Am I picking up any touches of the warp at all?
Nope, not at all.
I'm gonna take
So
a
there are
look
no
over.
other life forms except us and him and servitors within
What's the
50
range
meters
of the
of you.
auspex?
50 meters.
Within 50 meters, apart from the people doing their jobs, not in this room. There's no one else in this room but you, the four of you, and the prefect.
Good enough for me.
Excellent. So tell us, what happened to the former governor?
Sorry, I just coughed.
What happened to the former governor?
He disappeared.
From the top.
Where did he disappear from?
Is he frozen?
No, I'm
Oh,
just
nice.
quickly. I'm
Still
just
moving.
checking my.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
checking the
looking.
notes.
Cool.
He said he vanished from his room.
Did he have a guard?
He did, yes.
And the guard heard nothing.
The guard heard nothing. That is correct.
Has the guard been questioned?
The guard has been questioned.
Has he been questioned thoroughly?
As far as we can take it, yes.
As far as you can take it.
Can I interject? Can I
And
interject?
anybody can interject.
I'd like
We're
to
a team
interject.
here rather than a one-man
Excuse
show.
me. So before we go back and forth with these questions, I feel like we should cut straight to the chase and establish some kind of framework in which when we ask questions, we'd like you to respond. So when we ask you the events of the night of or the events taking place, we want to know that all parties who were involved, a time sequence and stamp, and what happened in terms of actions which leads to other actions when we ask these questions. I don't think that Sir Davian should be asking further questions about who was outside the room. It should already be implied that there was a guard outside the door. So when we ask these questions, we want very thorough and detailed information.
What he said. My first real question that isn't answered in the information that obviously you're going to give me is, why is he presumed dead if he's disappeared?
Because no one can find him. One night he went to bed and the next morning he wasn't in his bed. We don't know where he's gone.
And therefore the presumption is that he's dead and not being kidnapped.
That is the presumption of your... that's the presumption of your rogue trader, not the presumption of the planet. But
When you say we assume he's dead, who is we? What efforts were put in terms to search for this person? And what did you come up with? Do you have any people or persons of interest that you probably suspect?
we don't have any suspects at the moment, but there are murders happening to the nobles on this level, and we wonder if they could be connected.
Would you have some kind of dossier that we could all have and kind of go over the notes of who was taken, when they were taken?
Who was killed when they were killed?
Okay. In the past month, 4 bodies have been found. Mirit Termina, Kevin Triss, Larson Kill, and the most recent, Arxon Volus, the last body which was discovered this morning.
These are all nobles.
These are all nobles, yes.
Now, when you say these locations, is that in the chronological order in which it happened?
Yeah, because
Yes.
the last guy was found this morning.
We don't know what happened before the other 3. It could have been mixed up.
All right. So So do you want to keep questioning him, and myself and LV here go check out the room?
I think that'd be a good idea.
You guys
I'd
keep
suggest
questioning.
going together.
Is that the GM saying? I'd suggest going
that's the
together.
That's the GM saying I don't want to have to fucking deal with a split party.
Okay.
Fair dues.
We'll just wait. Continue. This guy's not any help. We should just.
What is the murder weapon?
We should just go check. We should check the room to see how they got in. See how they got in. See if how they get him out. We should question the guard to see if he was in front of the actual door all night. Then we'll know. We got to look inside the room. I don't know investigative, but
Is
we
there
can
a
start
video
there, and
log
then-
of this stuff?
Yeah, if we're jammed up, then we could probably go to the guy that just got taken this morning. That's a fresh crime scene. So
Yeah, there's an entire there's how did these people die? Where did they die? What was going on there? We've got this. There's a smorgasbord of things to deal with. I, however, wanted to lay down a bit of a marker here, just so maybe a dice can hit the table. I'm just going to lean in and put my my inquisitorial ring down on the table
Right.
and say, Administrator, I would remind you that whilst I may not be here under Imperial warrant, I do carry the authority of the Inquisition. And should I find that these murders have been based through a source of heresy or chaos incursion, I will remove it with all the prejudice that you can expect of the Inquisition. Are we understood?
He nods. Can you give me an intimidation roll, please?
Yes, I can, James. Yes.
intimidation.
Says DM modifier +2, please.
It gets results.
Right.
does that mean?
So I'm just going to check, seeing this my first
It means you
roll.
add 2 to the difficulty.
When you succeed in a task, do that. And then I do that.
What is
Yeah.
the difficulty, James?
Double check if your symbol of authority gives you plus, because
It
mine
does,
does.
yes, it gives me +1.
I got
So-
a +2. I can roll that too.
So the DN is +2, is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
So
guess it
that's
would start.
Can I help?
So that's 5. Is that right?
Is it standard difficulty 3, James, for tests?
Just checking.
James?
Yeah,
Just checking.
He's checking real quick.
We taking a break?
So standard would be 3.
Yeah, so this is 5, yeah.
You can do it.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's gonna be difficult. So let's say it's +1 instead of +2, so it goes to DN of 4. All right.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
between standard and challenging.
I think I've got that right.
Oh my god.
Success. Approved. Ordo Hereticus.
And so it says there I get shift 1, but because I've got extract the truth, I get shift 2.
Okay.
Ooh.
You can
we have
spend
2 glory?
shifts. Yeah, you can use shifts to gain information, improve equality, whatever that means, improve speed. You can shift for extra damage, or you can shift for glory.
Well, obviously, I'm going to want to gain information. So
Okay.
I want to spook this guy.
Use 1 shift. Spend your know the truth shift on gain information, and you can still shift that 1 point over to glory.
That sounds like an absolutely special thing to do, yeah.
So if you're
I
gonna
have
shift
to
over to
P roll
glory,
that.
so if you're gonna do that, can you check to see if you can add 1 glory, or is that just down to me? If you press the
Safe.
arrow, the plus symbol on the glory.
So I'm
Box.
just gonna...
We can't see the plus symbol. in the
No,
glory
we can't
box.
see the plus
Oh,
symbol.
okay. What symbol can you see?
6 dots.
Yeah, the dots that I can grab to move the box around. That's it.
Oh, okay.
can't-
All right. Okay, so it is
Check it.
down to me. I'm just wondering. I'm just checking to see Okay, so just so you know, when you do a roll, Neil, or everyone, if you right click on the box itself, it will bring up a little thing. So you can re-roll, like, I mean, obviously you don't need to do it now, but it does bring up like re-roll a failed, and you can do that with one wrath point.
Yeah.
Or
I see what you mean.
so just sort of letting you know that that's sort of built into this game itself.
So does the fact that I got 7 successes do anything? I've long forgot the rules of this game, sadly.
Okay, so yeah, so he unfortunately they don't have much information on the governor. He literally just vanished. They don't know how he vanished. And there's no evidence. There's hardly any evidence. Not hardly. There's no evidence that they can find that counters anything that they've been able to do. But regarding some of the murders or whatever, he does say normally the enforcers would handle this, but because the planet, because of the governor's disappearance, the they now have the enforcers are now having to deal with basically civil unrest in the lower hives. So that's why one of the reasons why you was called in to help investigate the murders. He does say that infighting isn't uncommon among the young nobles. Rivalries flare in these uncertain times, but they rarely lead to deaths, and never for such a short time. His greatest worry is that this is perhaps a prelude to a war among the noble houses, or maybe, which he suspects, it could be framed as such.
Brilliant.
Okay.
And does he know his place now?
Yes. Yeah.
Good. Right.
I have just 2 final questions. Did the governor have any known enemies? And second is, what's up with food production on this planet? Why is it kind of faltered, or why is it not up to snuff? Is it because of the civil unrest?
Because of the civil unrest, yes.
Or why are people unrested?
Because the houses are bracing themselves for a potential war.
Okay.
So loyalties are being divided.
Gotcha.
Does that make any sense?
Yep.
I hope this will not affect the Imperial tithe.
He says Ivan, there is no Imperial tithe at the moment.
What?
No ships can come and
I
go
haven't been understanding him either.
No ships can come and go from the Gilead system. We are effectively cut off from the rest of the Empire.
So where is the tithe that you're supposed to pay? Where is that? Where's that tithe that you would pay the Imperium?
I guess you see it in the Golden Arches.
We walked past it.
We walked past it, yeah.
We walked past the
He
tithe.
says he's confused. He's going. He says it's been given to the system to help feed the system and keep the system alive.
Extremely
Good.
concerned.
Good.
Ivan looks extremely concerned and asks, while looking slightly at our dear Psyker, what have you done with the ones that are gifted in the warp?
Let's not get into that at this point in time. There's been an awful lot to learn about what's gone on in Gilead whilst it's been isolated. One thing at a time.
We should probably take the information we have and kind of circle up and do a quick little briefing amongst the 4 of us. We have a discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, I will arrange for you to have a personal tram take you to where you need to go.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And you completed your objective, right?
I did, yes. My objective is to establish my authority using a symbol of office. So I will claim my 1 wrath point.
Right. Cool. I'm going to put him up there. Well, yeah, so yeah, he wishes you good luck on your investigation. Is that all you want from him, by the way, or are you going to, like, ask for more random any more questions?
I'm sure we'll be back.
Do we need clearance cards or anything to travel throughout the hive?
You should be good if you travel on the
Ram.
mass transport that I'll provide you.
And we have been given clearance to the morgue to look at the corpses later.
Yes.
To determine cause of death.
Well, the most recent body hasn't been moved yet.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier.
Right. So, where are we going first?
Let's go to the fresh crime scene.
Yes, that was
good to
what
me.
I was suggest.
See if anything in there. I mean, you guys will have to spot it. It's going to look like another opulent bedroom to me.
Of course it is.
Careful.
Okay, James, we'll head over to the most recent dead noble, which is Volus, I believe.
All right. So yeah. So you take a tram. You leave the Grand Hall and head down and to get to the mass transport. You get to the transport and you're pretty much waved onto a private waiting tram, and you're taken down and across somewhere in the tram. I imagine these are much like the way oh my god, the lifts in Star Trek work. They sort of go across and up, and they sort of travel about on specific lines.
Cool.
And yeah, you eventually come to the you come to basically another fine lavish hallway where there's like apartments that or where people where the nobles live, and you're taken down. There's two enforcers standing outside an open door with people inside looking over this crime scene. What do you do?
Validus, can you secure the room?
Certainly. And I push forward. I push past the two enforcers. Be careful to walk kind of in the center, making sure I don't step on anybody's stuff or toes. And how many people are actually in the room conducting an investigation?
Probably 3.
Okay. All right, hey, everybody, listen up. By authority of the current planetary prefect, we're taking over. So we're going to go ahead and I need you guys to clear out. Our team's coming in to check out this crime scene.
Okay.
Leave anything that you've already gathered or anything evidence. Just leave it with us, please.
I'm feeling for any presence of the warp.
All right, Nick. I will let you know if it's constantly going. I will let you know if there's a presence of the warp. Do you have to activate it?
Nick's over. Yeah, he's over there with like his eyes rolled up in his head, like.
I just trying to get it in, trying to be a team player. No, it's not. It's nothing you have to activate.
Because it says it. Because the thing that's confusing me, it says if you attempt to activate this power and fail, the mystery of the warp assails your mind. You're automatically under the effects of fear. What does that mean?
He gets the fear condition.
No. So this is after you can activate Deny the Witch. That's if I feel presence in the warp, then I can activate Deny the Witch. But if I attempt to activate Deny the Witch and fail, then the mystery of the warp is still my mind.
All right. No, you don't detect any psychic powers or
Okay.
warp.
Thank you, sir.
So, you three, let's come on, back it up.
So
Appreciate
so
the hard
this-
work, but
so this is an open plan living area, and it rises up on 2 levels, with a balcony that overlooks the main living space. And clearly, the bedroom looks out onto this balcony. There is directly below the balcony is a body which has been covered by a deep green, expensive-looking cape. And a small a dark stain of blood has spread from underneath the cape, with a curious gap interrupting its spread.
Who is the senior leader of this crime scene?
that would be me.
No, from before we took over.
I am, sir.
Can you please give us a quick back brief on what you found, what we got, what's going on?
The body was found this morning by the cleaner servitor that came in to do the routine cleaning. We found the body and a blood splatter. And that is all so far.
How long has this body been here?
We suspect that he's been here sometime between. Oh fuck me. We suspect he's been dead sometime. He was murdered sometime between 12 and 2 a.m. It is now 10:30 a.m.
All right. I'm going to look at Ivan L412, and I'm going to ask him, is there any way that you could be tech savvy here to gather evidence?
I'll do my best.
Thank you, sir.
What
I'm
kind of character was it?
I'm gonna search the premises.
Right, where are you starting?
Starting upstairs, the balcony with the windows and stuff. Seeing how somebody could get in without coming through the front door.
Okay. Ivan?
I think I'll start with looking at the corpse, trying to use Medicated to investigate as well.
Okay. Davian?
I was going to do. I will. Yeah, I'll begin to go through the personal effects of Volos and see if there was anybody who obviously he was either in cahoots with or in opposition to.
Okay.
Any diaries or anything like that.
Okay, and Nicholas?
I'm going to assist in the search of the body. Hey, Nathan,
What?
Okay.
see this.
Yeah.
When I graduate with my master's degree, that's all going to be gold when I graduate. When I walk across the stage. Not because I want it, just because I have to do it. That's it. That's the thought I wanted to share that with you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Arskan Voller's body, or we'll start with the body. He's still in his sleeping robes. He's in a bloody and crumpled mess. His neck twisted at an unnatural angle. However, this is not the only injury. Both of Volus's hands have been removed.
Oh.
Is there a prior prism?
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
All right.
Is the
okay.
body on the bed or on the floor, or where is it?
It is directly in front of the balcony on the ground floor.
Has the servitor Roomba smeared out the blood?
No.
No, okay.
In 40k lore, is there anything specific you'd need a palm print for?
A lot of things.
This is what I was asking to see if Mr. Ivan could do any of those tech things that could be done. I would like to look at the body for specific wounds that may have killed the person, just off of an observation. I'm looking at pretty much where's their blood at, the condition of the blood. Is it dark blood? Is it bright blood? Is it sticky? Is it dry?
Okay. Do you want to give me a Medicated test, please?
Sure.
I'm standing up while you're looking at and examining the body. I'm at the balcony looking down at the body, and I'm like, looks like he fell and broke his neck. And then they chopped his hands off.
Can I assist on the Medicaid?
I don't know how you assist.
Hey, let's check it out.
I
Because
can't
my
find
talent-
any. I can't find any
looking right
rules
now, hold
on
on.
assisting.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
oh, help! Here we go.
What am I rolling?
Hang on. Okay, so Ivan, how are you helping?
General observing and using what tech I have that could be useful. Reference to databases and other knowledge I have.
And what skill and attribute are you using? Oh, no, what skill or attribute? What attribute or skill are you using?
I suppose intelligence medicine.
The same.
What do you have in intelligence medicine, by the way?
I know you have an 8. I have a 5. So
Okay.
if you want to flip it, and we can, I can assist while you search. That'd be great.
Depending on how it works, I'm actually better at assisting people than doing it myself, which
Oh,
is funny.
I see you, Metallic King.
My talent says that when I assist someone, I can reduce it by my
Okay, so
rating.
you need to either. So the person helping needs to either choose an attribute or a skill, not both.
Okay, so my attribute and intelligence.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
So you're going to be rolling Ivan's intelligence and your skill rating of Medicaid.
This is a 5. His is 8.
No, I have
What is
an intelligence of 7.
Okay.
Jesus.
But reduce my intelligence by 2.
Well, 10, so it's 10 combined. 10.
And then you automatically get 2 icons of success.
Hang on, why's that?
Because my talent from my career.
He's like
When I assist
cutting off
someone,
bodies.
I can reduce it by my rank, and that becomes successes.
Your rank is only 1, by the way.
Isn't it 2?
No, that's the tier. Rank
Yeah,
is
it's the
different than tier.
Yeah.
Hang on,
Oh, okay, my bad.
hang on.
So 1 then.
Yeah, we're rank 1.
What am I rolling?
Oh,
I need to
fuck
know.
me. So you're rolling his intelligence, which is 7, plus your skill rate, plus your base skill. of Medicaid, whatever that is.
5.
Okay, so 5 plus 7 is 12.
12
Minus 2
Um,
dice.
is 10. Yes.
So you're rolling 10 dice. I think you
10
can do.
what?
Be 11 dice.
Why 11 dice?
Because I only was tier 1. Rank 1. I wasn't rank 2.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
okay,
know.
right. Alright, so yeah, 11 dice.
A 1d what?
What?
What am I rolling?
Okay.
26?
If you
Right,
press medicine,
no, right, so open up.
Huh?
Have you got the character sheet open?
Yep.
Okay, highlight Medicaid.
Okay.
Click on that.
Yep.
Right. Base is fine because it's difficulty 3. Dice pool, modify that to 11.
Where's dice pool at? I don't see that at all.
Yeah. When you click on Medicaid, it brings up a Medicaid. It brings up a roll window. You got that, Marcus? The roll window.
Dice pool?
Yep. Give yourself enough bonus dice till the dice pool says 11.
What have you
Okay.
done?
Okay. 11. Got it. Cool.
What?
There.
One possible shift.
Right, 5 successes.
and then it should be 1 extra success, and I reduced my bonus by 1.
Okay.
And you have a shift. You want to use that for information?
Sure.
Or you want to add glory?
No, yeah. Let me add that glory. I need that glory.
Right. Okay. So the hands were cleanly clipped off immediately post-mortem.
Okay.
Which means, hence why there's a lack of blood splatter.
Okay. So
His
on the
other
last.
inju-
Go ahead.
His other injuries are consistent with a fall. Also, rigor mortis is beginning to fade, so death occurred approximately 36 hours ago.
Far longer than the
36
estimates.
hours ago. Yeah, so it wasn't last night. It was the night before last.
And then when you say the hands are cleanly cut off, is there cauterization of that? Like what's on, like when I lift up the hand, I'm looking at the wrist. What will the nub on the wrist because the hands are taken? What am I looking at? Is it meat? Is it
Meat and bone, I guess.
but is it just like charred? Is it burned?
Nope, no chewing, no cauterization whatsoever.
Okay.
Has it been chainsawed at all? Like
Uh,
chain blade, or is
No,
it?
it's more of a. It's definitely been snipped off.
It's a mono weapon or something like that.
It was sheared
Mono
off.
blade.
The murder weapon was gravity.
It's been snipped off.
All right, well, they obviously need to just print for something. So I'm looking upstairs, James. Is there any indication that somebody maybe came in through a window or?
Okay, there are signs of a struggle in the bedroom.
Mhm.
Tossed sheets, knocked over tables, scattered personal effects. It appears that Volus awoke before the killer could murder him,
Mhm.
and he obviously attempted to fight back.
Is there any blood in that actual room?
There's probably bits of blood, yes.
Okay. Is there any windows or anything in the room?
There is no windows.
No windows, so they came through the bedroom door. All right. I'll go out. Is there anything of value laying around?
Can you give me a challenging investigation test, please?
Investigation or awareness? Can I use awareness to spot hidden stuff? Fuck. I'm just gonna automatically fail it then. I only have 2 dice. I can't even get the. Anyway.
Well, can I do that? Because I was looking at all the personal effects and things like that as well.
All right. Yeah, I guess that could. If Validus is happy with.
He's called him Sergeant
taking
Payne.
lead.
Or
Yeah,
Validius.
Sergeant Payne.
And do you want to help me do that?
No. It all looks like, his bullshit's all over the room.
So when you say challenging, James, what's the DN for that then?
DN is 5.
Success is 6. It is 2. 1 point of glory goes to the group pool.
It's already been added as well.
Good game.
Oscar, do me a favour. Talking game,
Yeah.
not on the chat, not in the chat
okay,
window.
sorry.
All
I
right?
didn't want to interrupt you, so I'll just wait for my turn.
Just wait. All right.
Can you add 1 glory, please, to the glory pool?
It's been added, I believe.
No, it hasn't.
We should have 3.
It is free.
Oh, it says 2 for me.
Same.
This is free for
Yeah.
me.
Now it's 4. Now it's 3.
That's 3.
Well, it did automatically add it on my end. I don't know why I didn't add it on yours. Okay. So you noticed. So one of the first things you notice is that he's set aside his clothing for the morning. Boots, breeches, undergarments, jackets, belts, and jewelry. The jewelry hasn't gone missing. It seems out of place that there's no shirt laid out.
Somebody's taken the shirt.
Yeah, what are they trying to do? Make like a governor scarecrow? Take his hands in his shirt?
I'm
The thing
probably
is,
thinking, like, what if he was in the middle of laying out his effects? And that was the one thing that he couldn't do last. And so that was kind of like a time mark for when he was taken or when he was killed.
Yeah.
Right? Because he was killed at night. It's just,
I walk over with my 2 intellect and I open his closet where his clothes are.
Right.
Isn't that a servant's job? To lay forth the clothes?
I know we in the Adeptus Militarum we lay our own clothes out. So I'm
Yes,
gonna
but
I
you aren't
open his
honorable.
I open the closet. Is there anything? Does it look like it's been rifled through or?
No, the clothes in the closet
Okay.
are still there.
All right.
is there a t-shirt still there?
Sorry?
Nothing. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, what did you say?
I said, is there a t-shirt in there?
No, he doesn't wear t-shirts.
All right.
It's too
think
posh for
that's-
t-shirts.
The thing that's confusing me, or at least raising my eyebrows, is if you're taking somebody's hand because you need a palm print, you take 1. You don't need 2. To take both hands is a bit strange. I mean, to take 1 hand is strange in and of itself, but to take, if you're doing the other one, we need to hold it up to somewhere. Quickly,
Maybe it
can
needs
we
2 hands.
can
Both
we
of them at the
just
same time.
check on the information that the interim governor will obviously have shared with us now because we told him to? What was the state of the other 3 bodies?
Gruesome.
A little bit more detail.
Right, let me find my information. So, Larson Kill, who was the first murder victim, ears were taken.
Ears.
Kevin Triss, another minor noble, was killed walking home from seeing her lover. She was also stabbed and robbed. The embroidered cloak her lover said she was wearing was never found, nor were her feet. And then Mirit Terminar, lesser noble, which was the other most recent murder, was knifed to death in his own bed 5 days ago. Both legs were removed, but the killer did leave the feet.
Took the legs but left the feet.
The feet, the legs, the hands, the ears, and their pairs. And he's not getting duplicates.
Someone is building something.
Yeah. This is a series of murders. They're all linked to indicate a serial killer. And he's not done. This person is not done by a long shot.
So what's he missing? Feet.
Arms,
Torso, arms.
So do we look for the people with the best arms or something?
So the governor has gone missing. And then minor nobles are being killed and their body parts are being taken in very specific amounts. You know, feet, then arms but not hands, then hands but not arms.
Yeah. It would appear so.
But also clothing's going missing as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Once you build the golem, you have to dress it. Otherwise, it looks out of place.
I'm gonna stick our first hypothesis down here, right? What's the possibility that what we've got is either some rogue servitors or some rogue admech or something like that, trying to create a bit of unity on the planet by building the perfect governor? If you know, we can bring society together by having somebody who's a little bit of everybody.
Wow. So before you start reaching that far, I would stretch. I would do a stretch.
Oh, you know, I've heard stranger things.
I have done them. Never mind.
Is there? Okay. Yeah.
Can we have sorry. Give me 1 second.
What state of health was the governor in before he disappeared?
Fine.
Fine.
Maybe a higher blood pressure. You know, all the fucking eating of rich food. But you know, other than that, he was fine.
To the best of us.
Yeah.
Can't the tech priest get with the Lex Mechanic? Can't Ivan do some investigations or investigative stuff with any of the servitors that are nearby or present?
Yeah, I can probably do that in a moment. I want to check the collegators first, see if there's any who has been passing through. There should be stuff like that, so you can check.
Okay.
As well as where the hell is this servant? If he's a noble, he should have a servant putting out his clothes, dressing him.
So, what are you looking at, Ivan? What are you going to look for?
So I'm trying to look at a quotation marks computer or any form of security system to see if there's any logs of who's been passing through, any logs of his servants,
Cameras, all that.
yeah, stuff like that. If there are any security cams,
There's no security
anything like that.
cameras. And the door logs whoever enters the building, whoever enters the housing.
Okay, so there's no like not schematics, no reference to servants or anything like that. So he's only using servitors, I suppose.
Yep, he has servitors that come by generally daily.
Okay, so he has no personal. They're like commonly used, sort of.
Like he's a lower house. He's of a lower.
Lower noble house, yeah.
Those servers can still those servers still have data, right? They have logs,
Probably.
right? Have records.
Yeah, I probably had to find the individual servitor and check those logs, or at the service station.
Yes.
Is the servitor that found the corpse still around, or has it been returned to wherever it's supposed to go?
It has been returned. It's returned back to its docking station.
Okay. I suppose as soon as we're done here, we should go and check the servitor docker station and see if there's any information there that can be gathered.
We should probably call ahead to make sure that they don't wipe the slate. I don't know how often they do that, if it's daily or if it's monthly or weekly, but we should call ahead and make sure that's
a good point. Do we have any form of communication device that we can transfer that?
I don't know. Do any of you have a communication device?
I have a data slate, but it depends on how that is described.
Let me look at my sheet under gear.
You know what? I go out to the investigators that we just kicked out. I suppose they're still ringing.
Right. Okay. They've sort of set up a perimeter outside the.
Yeah.
Outside. Move
I
along.
pointed
Nothing to
one
see
at
you.
them. I pointed them at one at random and say, "You."
Yes.
Could you please call ahead to the servitor loading docks or maintenance fee so that they do not wipe the memory core of the servitor that found the corpse?
He says that's already been taken care of. That's why he's been sent back to the docking station.
Excellent. And I walk back into the room.
Okay, I am also, James, just to let you know, I have a monoscope connected to my armor. And it's basically like a GoPro. But people can link to it with a data pad and they can see through the camera's lens. Or I can use it to record the primary purpose is to record and upload visual data. If authorized and in possession of the correct command runes, an individual can connect their data slate to the monoscope and see through the device's lenses.
Sure.
What is your password?
Fire.
His password's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's his password.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Gotta throw him off. All right. So, this place is a bust.
It's not.
Should we? I'm gonna go out since I can't find anything by the windows or anything. I'm just gonna go kicking around the front entrance and see if I can find anything. See if how somebody like got in here. Because they can't just so out of character. My working theory is either it is a servitor seems realistic, like some sort of rogue servitor or whatever, but because like the clippers, being clipped off, that sounds it sounds like something a servitor has, but also like it got into his house without like sending any alarms off or anything, you know what I mean? So like,
and it got close enough for him to actually engage in that kind of melee battle stuff that happened. So that clearly shows that he knew the person.
Yeah, or at least it was unexpected.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the front door and see if there's
Right.
like anything like logs, entry logs, or anything like
Okay,
anything, whatever I'm looking.
The door's metal lock and control panel was cut into by powerful clippers.
I lean my head back in. Bingo, clippers.
It
Well, I
looks
guess there's
like
no bingo. There's no bingo in.
It looks like once they were inside the mechanism, they was able to manually release the lock and gain entry.
Yeah.
And
Someone clipped right into the.
And
Sorry,
judging on the finesse of it, the clippers don't seem to be that big. Only about the size of a servitor's hand.
What you got, Oscar?
I started looking for hidden compartments or safes or anything like that in the apartment.
Oh, okay. Payne, you also noticed something else out of place as well. Just outside and inside the door, and also next to the body, there's some smudges of dirty grease. As if an oily satchel or bag was placed on the floor there.
I don't know if this is pertinent, but there's smudges here on the floor, and just inside the door, and over by the body. It's the same smudge.
Should probably get a chemical breakdown of this smudge, see what it is, where it came from, ID it, all that.
It's oily.
Also, there appears to be mixed in the grease are some tiny flecks of some sort of green mass.
Algae.
Green algae. Ooh, that's right. Food production, algae.
Okay, shall we attend to this servitor?
Servitor that works in the algae processing. Dope. All right.
What family? Who owns the algae like production places? Like who owns that?
Multiple different families
Yeah.
own different different farms.
It's more than one plant. It's a whole planet.
The guy who got murdered, is he tied into that?
Who you asking?
The body we're looking at now.
Well, he's dead, so he can't respond.
Are the two enforcers still outside?
The 5 enforcers, yeah, were outside.
Okay. I'll ask them.
Okay.
Hey guys. Hey. What's up? Hey, have you had any of that coffee stuff?
No, we're not allowed it.
You know, I've had. All right, hey, check it out. Next time I'm in the house, whatever, and the little squirrely dude gets me coffee, I'll get you guys some coffee. But I need something. I actually have a question. This guy in the house, did he like what was his deal? Did he own anything, run anything? What was his position?
Arscan Volus was obviously a member of the Volus clan.
Mm-hmm.
And they operate most of the algae export dock on the east side of the hive.
Export.
And they-
What do they export?
Algae.
Algae. Food. Okay. All right. I'll
And
walk back in and
they swear fealty to House Galleon.
get this.
I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Oh, fuck off.
So I pull out my uplifting primer, which is kind of like a Imperial infantry handbook. And like I'm flipping through it, looking to the section on like servitors and stuff. And I start pulling out I pull out a writing utensil, and as I'm walking back in, I'm like writing a bunch of stuff down in like the margins and stuff, and crossing some stuff out about servitors, and writing down like, you know, I walk up to Neil's character to Davia, and I'm like, okay, say, hey, check it out. These guys said this guy's Volus. He's part of the Volus clan, obviously, and they run the export docks. And the primary thing they export is, you guessed it, algae. Yeah. They swear fealty to clan.
I've chucked it in chat.
Okay.
Galleon? Is it Galleon?
Galleon.
Gaellen?
Galen.
Is it Gay? Oh, all right, Galen.
It's Galen. Yeah. They Clan Galen.
Interesting.
I don't know if that means anything, but maybe Clan Galen's paying the bills. I don't know. So, yeah, and I write in my uplifting primer that servitor hands are capable of cutting locks and taking hands off, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, where to next, boss?
Well, let's go and interrogate this servitor. I'm sure Ivan can. Whatever he
How are we
needs
gonna
from
find
him.
him?
Well, I think we could do it split ups on this one. I think I can head with I can head with Davian to kind of question the servitor. We can do old operations while you and Oscar do current operations because of his skill set of getting in and analyzing a crime scene with this Medicaid and all that stuff like that. Like, he'd be a big help for like on the scene, and then myself and Davian could do the what we've already had and looked at to kind of pick it apart a little bit. You know what I mean?
And the GM looks worried.
That makes sense to you, Neil?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can kind of we can let Ivan and Sergeant Payne take lead on the investigation, and I mean you can kind of fade back and pick apart the minutia of the evidence that we see and ask specific questions.
Yeah.
All right.
There's something weird going on here, isn't there? Go for it.
It's going to be Sergeant Payne and the Tech Priest LV 426. We're going to be examining the actual servitor, and Davian and Nicholas are going to be actually going through all the evidence and data that we do have and trying to suss out what's going on. Do you guys want to do that in the same location, so we're kind of still nearby, or are you guys taking the data to someplace?
Oh, I think that sounds like a good idea. And then if it all kicks off,
yeah,
we're in the same house.
Yeah,
I agree.
All right. So by split the party, we mean we're just in different rooms.
Right, but the servitor's in like a completely different location.
Okay, so we're all going to go there then.
Okay, all right, cool.
Another thing I've been thinking, we've assumed that the servitors are the things that have been doing this, right? And it does sound very plausible. But the reason why that's been the primary reason why we've thought about things is that that's because they have they can move around, can't they? They're the sort of ubiquitous thing that's around us all the time. We don't really see them. But what if I was thinking, what if actually it isn't them, but there's some other way of moving around the structures? You know, these are, mustache twirling noble houses, all at each other's throats. They've built these massive ornate buildings. It's not within the bounds of possibility that there's secret passages or things like that are linking places up that people could be going, like, traveling through instead.
Yeah, 2 questions about that. One, the balcony, was that facing towards the outside of the hive?
No, it's facing the living area.
The living area, okay. Second question, did I find anything when I was looking for secret compartments or anything like that?
You didn't find any secret compartments.
Yep, okay.
Well, are we going? Are we still in the? Are we still there? Is that what?
Yeah, we
Right,
haven't moved yet.
Give me an investigation roll then, please, Ivan.
One investigation coming up. What's the DN? Is it normal or?
Yep, just DM3.
Okay, so I don't have to change anything. It's just a normal roll the dice. I hope. We'll find out.
What was that?
Okay. Oh, guys, don't forget to say what you roll as well, yeah? Don't forget to say,
Oh, yeah.
it is a
So,
podcast as
7
well.
successes.
Alright, you also got a 1 on your RAF dice as well. Something
So it's-
unexpected happened. Can you click the roll complication, please?
So I mean, I have to come up with it.
No, there's a prompt, is there not, on the screen for you? Roll complication?
Oh, yeah, there it was. I didn't see it first. My bad. What?
Okay.
Jeez, bro.
Let's have a look at what you lose.
Whilst examining, something fell out of your bag.
Do I decide or do you?
I will let you decide.
Should I decide? Okay. Well, in that case, I suppose one of my ammo clips for my last pistol drops out of my pocket.
No,
You
because
just-
your las pistol doesn't have any doesn't have ammo requirement.
Does it not?
No, because if it's attached to your servo arm, it doesn't get the enhanced ballistic thingy doesn't your weapon doesn't need to reload.
Keep the ammo
Okay.
anyway because we have last weapons.
Okay. Damn it! What should I drop then?
Your blanket. I don't know.
My blanket.
Well, let me see your sheet.
Oh, you can
What
see my
did-
sheet. Nice.
What
Yeah.
did you drop? What did you drop? Your servo arm. How about your combi tool? Is that the?
That's useful. I suppose. Let's see.
How about that magnetic eye?
Yeah. I suppose I dropped my
You
machine
lost,
oil.
you lost
My
your pen, your
sacred
auto
machine
quill.
oil.
Your
Well,
Oh,
sacred-
okay.
so.
All right. So while you're looking around the apartment, yeah, you accidentally break your sacred.
Oil.
Yeah, you break the vase, and you leak oil all down yourself and all over your robes.
Just covered.
I start smearing it around.
Just
Oh
smothered.
yeah, that's the stuff.
It's covered in oil.
Don't look now, guys, but the tech guy is leaking. This is odd.
Well, this is embarrassing.
Hey, bro, you got some-
You do notice a few things missing from the house.
Okay.
Hmm?
I noticed a few things missing from the house.
Ivan.
Excuse me.
What is missing from the house?
Okay, you notice one of a pair of candle holders,
Okay.
a night lamp, and some bottles of alcohol from the liquor cabinet.
Okay. I point this out to the rest of the group. And then I look at the bottles of alcohol and see if I can manage to salvage the oil into one of them.
Unfortunately, you can't.
Lost is lost.
And as sad as I am to admit that my stitched together zombie governor of peace thing may not be working anymore, I don't think there's going to be a place for a candle holder in that particular abomination. Is it possible that, this stuff's really fine and this planet is really poor? This is the it's a hive world. So is there a possibility that some of this stuff's going to be fenced on, like down in the underhive?
Possible, or some form of rite.
Yeah,
A ritual. I mean,
that's not completely far fetched.
Yeah.
Which would suggest, therefore, that it's not the servitors doing it, because the servitors don't need money.
Unless the servers are reprogrammed.
or it's just someone with augmentations.
Yeah, cut to us going to investigate the server.
Yeah, yes, Tech Priest, can you please clean yourself up? Because under ancient Terran languages of the East-oriented, the word bukkake roughly translates to splash with liquid, and you currently have liquid splashed on your body.
The past tense is that bukkaked. Right.
Okay, before you leave, just as you're about to head out the door and leave, you hear like a trumpet, whoop, whoop, and you see some enforcers walking down, like approaching the house you're in, apartment. I guess it's apartment. And a well-dressed man, sort of leading them, comes sort of marching into the room.
What's this?
And roll initiative.
He dressed in fine clothes of black and dark green. He's tall and lean, with a severe facial structure, whatever that fucking means. His left arm is entirely cybernetic, and he's ready without his eagle-headed cane. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. I am Praetor Boris.
Pray tell Boris. All right.
A mouth do, Boris.
Wasn't it like 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
So he's saying good morning. Okay. Well,
Very pleased to meet you. Who are you?
If Prefector Aurelius is Governor of Venato's right hand, then I am the left. The prefect keeps the hive running, I keep the hive safe. Safe from itself. The nobles of this great hive are proud of what they have attained throughout its tumultuous history. That pride can often be provoked to rash actions should they feel their honour is challenged, such as in the case of these most recent unfortunate deaths. House Galleon and Haters both feel aggravated by these tragic losses, and both seek a swift and amicable end to this whole unpleasantness. I have reviewed all the available evidence and have concluded that the murders of Volus Terminara and Triss were retaliatory strikes oh my god, precipitated by the unfortunate and accidental death of Lazenkill after a drunken argument in an unsatisfactory obscuring smoker's den. It is no doubt deplorable, yet I have seen similar altercations escalate like this many times before. I have spoken with and convinced Abraham Haytus that the Gilead scion responsible for Kill's death has been found and dealt with. Now, as you can see, this matter is resolved, and I assure you, and the honourable Rogue Trader Varonius, that there is no need for you to pursue this any further.
I turn to my good friend and counterpart, Davian, and whisper to him, we need to torture and kill him.
We are under orders not to cause any undue deaths. Thank you, Praetor, for that wonderful summation of what's gone on. So you believe this is merely a spat between two houses that ended up in some unfortunate deaths and dismemberments and stealing?
Yes.
Is it usual on this planet for the young nobles to bring industrial clippers into house spat and remove the body parts of their rivals?
Yes. As proof that the assassin task had been completed by them.
So they're assassins now, not just rival houses.
Well, there's always someone who is hired to do the dirty work.
Yeah, but they took the guy's legs and left his feet.
Yes, as proof.
Yeah, so somebody's gonna walk around with two legs when they could just take a finger. It doesn't make any sense. And who's the suspect, or who's the suspect that you guys arrested for this killing?
An impetuous youth called Gregor Vanton.
Okay, we should probably question him then, right?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well,
So what you're trying to say is that Keel was killed by Vanton.
Yes, it seems one of their disagreements got out of hand. And he
And
killed
then
Larson.
this has just become a tit for tat body chopping murder. And when what precipitated this argument between Vaton and Keel?
We do not know. We are still questioning him. He pleads he's innocent, but we know he's guilty.
So, quick question: Who is we? Who is we?
Me and my men, of course.
Who are your men? And then I turn over to Davian and slowly say to him, just person to person, we need to torture and question this man.
I think he's already unraveling himself. Praetor, I agree with my friend, but let's not take it that far.
I have
So what you're
witnesses.
saying is,
I have witnesses that put them together on the night of the murder.
I don't want to seem amazingly pedantic here, but I've never yet met a fight between two young nobles where one young noble killed the other one and then somehow needed to take their ears as evidence.
Yes, as proof to whomever hired him.
But whoever hired him,
That's. I put a. I put like a.
I
Yeah.
thought you said this was an argument in some sort of drinking den or something like that, not an arranged assassination. I think that rather than this being an open and shut case, this is clearly proving to be a little bit more suspicious than first thought. So these two men had a fight in a den of iniquity, and then one of them killed the other, an act of passion, maybe, and in so doing, decided to cut off the other one's ears.
Maybe they overheard something they weren't supposed to hear.
Hey,
And therefore
what?
cut off the ears so that they, what?
Listen. We're talking in circles here. So we're gonna go do what we got to do. We appreciate the update. But we still have our investigation to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would these people steal from each other?
They don't steal from each other. The stuff that was stolen was, listen. The stuff that was stolen is I've never seen any of that stuff. Right? I don't know, lamps and candles, whatever. If you can't put it in a weapon and shoot it or blow it up or drink it or eat it, I don't really know what it's supposed to be doing.
No,
so most of this stuff, but to these guys, this stuff is common. So why would a noble have oily bags, algae soot on his shit, move into one of these places with a pair of clippers, clip all this stuff? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
What?
It's got to be a
oily
rogue
stuff?
servitor. There's oily smudge found.
There's nothing we found. There's nothing we found. There's none of your business. It's none of your business.
Listen, I'm sure your men.
I'm Praetor. I need to know everything.
I'm sure your men just missed it, but there's oily smudges and stuff around this crime scene.
Gentlemen, I think we need to respect the authority of the Praetor here.
Yeah.
We found evidence of deposits, both some oily residue and some green things held within it. Any ideas?
Our
Green
guess
stuff?
is algae. Yeah,
What-
our guess is it's algae.
What green stuff?
Can somebody show him the evidence?
I take out my data slate with the pictures of it and show.
Yeah, right there. In fact, if you want
listen,
to.
gentlemen. Listen, gentlemen. The case has been closed. I will report back to your rogue trader, and I'm sure you'll be suitably impressed by your worthy actions here.
So you found the governor then?
That's a work in progress.
So the case hasn't been closed then, has it?
No, but of these murders, yes, I wouldn't worry about it anymore.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Do we have any ability to actually contact Varonius?
Yeah, we just get to a planetary vox thing. We can call out. But I think we should go check the servitor first.
Yeah. Let's
Or
follow through with that.
at least talk to the. Is there someone who programs the servitors?
Adeptus Mechanicus.
Adeptus Mechan. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they have like a machine shop or some shit on every planet or whatever. Like there's like tech reps. Okay. Yeah, now I'm getting the lore. All right, so let's go.
Yeah, so Praetor Boris looks pretty pissed that you're just ignoring him.
That's cool. He can do all he wants.
If he looks pissed, I'll turn around to him and say, "We are grateful that you've managed to find the person who started this off, and that you clearly understand the series of events that's happened, no matter how bizarre it was when body parts started to disappear. However, we were sent here to discover what had happened to the governor. So our investigation isn't complete at all."
Fine. He storms off.
So should we look at the governor's place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's take the
Okay.
magic tram to the governor's apartment or the governor's
Oh,
palace or house, whatever.
So Ivan's investigation is at 9. Davian's intimidation is at 9. You two should be leading the front on this in terms of investigation, the questioning part.
Yeah.
Something that just what I'm observing. Y'all agree or no?
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean,
Yeah.
we each have our strengths, don't we?
Yep. Just want to throw it out there.
I mean, that gentleman there is
I would have
clearly
pressed him.
full of shite.
I
as we
would have.
say.
If I were you, I would have pressed him. Because
Unfortunately.
he's lying. He's openly lying.
There was no need to press. He was clearly talking out of his warp rift. There were so many holes in that you could have drove a tank through them.
Yeah.
He's very, very quickly trying to get this covered up, which makes him a nice little suspect, doesn't it? But he does, we have to bear in mind that he is the other, the other hand of the governor. So it could become very, very difficult for us if we just start slapping them both around.
And if we had started torturing and questioning him, we would not be where we are right now.
What's your obsession with fucking torture? For fuck's sake.
Just saying.
Is it your
It cuts
kink?
to the point. That's
I'm cutting straight. I'm cutting the fat. No pun intended.
It is the typical psycho. We have. I live with the three of you. We have the sergeant there whose answer is shoot it. We have Ivan's whose answer is lobotomize it. And we have your answer, which is interrogate it and torture it.
Yeah, and torture then interrogate. You have it reversed.
Yeah. Have I?
They didn't even ask me any questions.
Just want to see what that butthole do.
Right.
I remember in Inquisitor school, it was like, trauma 101. You've been shot at, you've been turned into an adeptus, and you've had to go through psycho rubbish that none of us want to know about. You're all very harmed, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yes.
Maybe you sort of just need a hug.
slightly.
We're all carrying around some baggage.
Yeah,
Certainly are.
So, where are you going?
Governor's place.
Okay.
Ooh.
Shouldn't we check the server before they clean it?
Yes. Can we do that?
All right. So you want to go there first?
Yeah, let's go there.
Just real
Just
quick.
to make
Just
sure
real
that-
quick. Just to
Right,
check the block.
Erase
Just check it.
Sorry,
I'm
what?
about to hit the button. I'm about to
Right.
hit the button on the tram to go to the governor's place. And everyone's like, let's go to this. So I hit the button to go to the.
I think the governor's thing's it's a cold scene, isn't it? It's happened a long time ago, relative to this, but we've got to get to that server to see whether there's
Yeah.
any information.
And
on it.
that crime scene's probably already staged and
Well, I also want to see if there's. I want to see if there's some similarities with the other crime scene. But we can go. They'll be there. It's okay.
Okay, so you're told that by asking around, you're going to have to head into basically the core of the hive itself. Down, you need to head to more or less the midsection of the hive, where the industrial section of everything of Hive Avion is. If you wish to speak to the Adeptus Mechanicus.
we're going to a hive.
Yeah.
Maybe Conrad's there.
Who?
Colonel Conrad, I presume. What's that movie? Apocalypse Now.
Oh, okay.
We're going upriver. Don't get off the boat.
So
Let's go.
okay, so you head to the tram and you push for the you sort of press whatever button needs to take.
I
you
type
down.
in with 2 fingers Adeptus Mechanicus.
That's funny.
I face palm, push him to the side, and interlock with the machine spirit.
Oh, that's right. He can dock. He can dock with it. That's somehow creepy and amazing at the same time. All right.
Okay. And yeah, you start heading into the deeps of the hive.
I check the before the tram gets there. I check the charge of my hotshot las rifle one more time. It's
You know what I'm doing?
a long way from Cadia.
You know what I'm doing? I'm letting my fingers stroll through the air. I'm feeling for any war presence.
So,
Yeah. No, I have this down low.
okay, don't.
Yeah, I have it down low my sides.
To the right, we have the gigantic manufactorum. To the left,
You know, I mean, as you descend deeper down, it does like the opulence does sort of fade a little.
This is where you get grease on your boots.
And tattooed faces.
Until you eventually, you know, it probably takes a good 10 minutes to descend deep enough. And
We're
when the
slumming.
tram comes to a stop, you sort of like, the doors open to like, a kind of, it's not as ornate as upstairs, I'd say, but it is still there is an ornate thoroughfare that leads off down the hallway in front of you, flanked by giant statuaries depicting a procession of Adeptus Mechanicus.
I think we're in the right place.
You indeed appear to be in the right place.
yeah,
You're
Is there
trying to
anything we
tell
should-
me that the Lex Mechanic guy with an investigation of 9 couldn't tell what that smudge of oil was upstairs to kind of put a reference to what it is? I mean, we're down here in this.
Well, here's it's from the probably from the algae production facility.
it's motor oil.
Yeah. It's 15
He's like,
15
Coke.
yeah, he's like
He's cutting it open.
15-30 weight.
Ivan, is there anything we should know about meeting the Mechanicus?
Yes. Fuckload.
How
Well,
about you
yeah.
do the talking then? You can you can interface with him
For sure.
like you did that panel over there.
He docks into
Yeah.
it.
You can dox, yeah.
I start speaking Mechanicus, which is simply for you. It's just high pitched noises, like the
Like
server
dial-up
room
modem.
noises.
For you, it's ones and zeros.
I lean
Yeah.
to the other two members that aren't making the high pitched weird machine noises with another person. I go, just when I thought he couldn't get creepier.
Hello, other Mechanicus.
I don't speak beep boop.
10001.
So when he makes those high-pitched noises when he's docking with something, you have to worry.
Yeah,
Keyword is
Fuck
docking.
me.
Docking.
throw a little. You just
When
throw a
he's-
little.
Look, guys, let's not get me demonetized, yeah?
All right,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
It's just saying. When he docks with other machines, he inserts himself.
Okay.
Right, okay.
All right.
All
Um,
right.
So yeah, so as you sort of like progress down this thoroughfare, you come across patrolling Skitari Vanguard,
Yep.
Which are serious shit.
They're like ornate fucking looking. I have no idea who these are. These are past my prime of. They're 30 quid from Games Workshop. I'm looking at pictures of them
Yes,
now.
they're Mechanicus troops.
Qataris, yeah, they're the Mechanicus foot soldiers. all hyped up on.
Halt, they say. Stop there. I assume that's how they talk, like a robot. You know,
Yeah,
hello there.
hopped up on mechanical Jesus.
Or are they human? Oh,
And they're mainly human. They have mechanical limbs.
oh, okay. Yeah, can we help you?
I pick up my symbol of authority. And yes, we are here to examine the servitor that was found, the most recent killing. I refer to the building.
They nod. And you're here to speak to Magos Carabosa. Oh my god.
Cabanassi.
I hate these fucking names.
Kilbasa. Magos
Kavanaugh.
Kilbasa.
I'm
Kavanaugh.
There we go.
If that is the Magos in charge, then yes.
He is the Magus in charge, yes.
Carburast. So
Do we-
carburetor. Okay.
Do we have to talk to him? Can we get straight to the servitor?
He knows all.
Probably assist us.
Yeah, I mean it's his house. We should, ask him permission before we go digging through his tools.
They say we're going to assign you a servitor guide.
That will be sufficient.
Please follow him.
Where is he
We will
taking
warn you
us?
if you leave his presence and go off exploring on your own. It is strictly forbidden.
Okay.
Yes. Blessed be the machine.
The Emperor protects.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, this servitor comes out. Follow me.
Yes, sir.
Beep the fuck boop.
And he sort of starts trundling off in front of you.
Yep.
What that mouth do?
I'll muse to Nicholas that it's. I always find it quite bizarre that the admechs almost have their own little kingdom within a kingdom whenever they're around. They have their own troops, their own rules. It's
Borderline heretical.
left to be watched.
So this is slightly off topic. It's not really to do with the game, but it sort of is. I remember when 3rd edition Necrons came out, and there was rumours that
They were racist.
What?
Nothing. Sorry.
There are rumors what?
The Necrom are racist. Sorry.
There's
They didn't like Tal.
You made me lose my train of thought. Don't worry about it. Okay,
Third edition Necrons, James. Third edition
Huh?
Necrons. I want to hear your story. 3rd edition Necrons came out
Yes.
and
the machine spirit, or the god that the Mechanicus worshipped, was rumored to be a what are they called? What are the gods that they follow at the
Yes,
time?
Ekatan.
A what?
Ekatan, the
Yeah,
gods
Tan.
of the
Yeah, it
Necrons.
was rumored that
Yeah,
the
the
Adeptus
Void Dragon.
Mechanicus was going to be a the Void Dragon was going to be a one of the Tarn, one of the gods that the Necrons worshipped at the time, but their laws now changed, I believe, so they're not the same.
He was until like 8th edition, 7th edition or something.
Oh, really?
What changed?
Yeah.
8th edition and it changed?
Yeah, so something like that. When they updated the Necron, probably 6th edition. When they updated the Necron Codex, they changed it. Earlier it wasn't confirmed, but it was suspected. There was no other alternative for it to be. Since it was,
Yeah, which is why
very
people would,
common.
which in the 3rd edition codex they were like human Necrons, which were like I forget what they called. Were they Praetors or something like that? I can't remember, but they were like more advanced Necrons that were human, but which used human souls as opposed to Necron souls. But they're obsolete now. You can't even get them.
I remember the first Necrons, which were Khorne demon engines.
They're androids, chaos androids made by chaos tools.
Yeah, yes, Andrew,
Those
yeah.
chaos squats. All right. Anyway, that's one little tidbit. That's what I always found a bit weird. Okay, so yeah, so
We're following the servitor to wherever he's leading us to.
yeah, so okay, so eventually the servitor brings you to a large silo-like chamber. Snaking down out of the mist are countless wires and cables that loop off to connect to the wall of displays, forming a Mechanicus augury station, which looks to yourselves capable of monitoring the whole hive. In the middle of all this is what appears to be an enormous... oh my god, what is this word? Enormously... corpulent robed man.
Corpulent, yeah, fat is all get out. Okay.
I've got a picture of him as well. So I'm popping out characters because I got I bought their like tokens out onto like
Ooh.
yeah, he's replaced most of his organic body with a corpulent mass of synthetic and cybernetic components. The wool spoke of which is moved on a network of spindly centipede-like metal legs. The large mechanical body is swathed in the icons of red robes of the Adeptus Mechanicus. And as you enter, he turns and says, "Emissaries of Rogue Trader designation Jakel Varonius, your presence is acknowledged. Commence your data transference and query requests."
I look to Ivan. Hey, you're up.
What was his rank again?
Magus.
Magos, yeah, that's right. Great, Magos. We are, as you say, on a mission of the Rogue Trader to investigate the disappearance upon the
Governor, planetary governor.
The planetary governor. In the course of this, we have also sought to investigate the disappearance, deaths upon several lower nobles in thoughts that they may correlate. Do you have any information upon this subject that may help us in our investigation?
What information do you require?
Do you have any audio or imagery of the events? Do you have the servitor that found the most recent body for queries?
Negative on a visual of assaults. Affirmative on servitor. Destination 1471. What information do you require from servitor?
A time frame as well as anything else that could be of relevance.
I am unsure on what exactly you require. The servitor found the body and reported it straight away.
Well, that's what common investigations do. We sometimes look at the first person that spotted the body. Plus, there's evidence that the crime scene was that the house was broken into with clippers, which servitors sometimes have for hands. We also found these black smudges, and I show him his pictures. Black smudges of, stuff, which would indicate oil, I think. Wouldn't you?
He nods. Standard hive adient lubricant designation L32, byproduct of natural world fish oil, harvested and processed in lower hive. Harvesting protocols not optimized, unacceptable wastage due to sub-optimization. Process not within the Adeptus Mechanicus remit.
That oil's from the lower hive, not from the Adeptus Mechanicus. Interesting. What about the tool? What about the tool that was used to clip things?
Current iteration designation model T234 through models T688. Servitor waste dismantling apparatus. Chronically designation Paraclaw. Requires thermatic plasma induction coils mounted on tracking chassis. Designation model UZ34. Main application rolled fish dismantling. Improper application against doors and bio parts. 82% chance towards obsolete model. Designation T100 through model T233. Smaller hand portable. Integrated power core. Redundant tools disposed of through standard channels.
So the claw that was used to open the doors is used in world fish processing, and the oil that was found there is world fish oil.
Correct.
So it's not noble on noble. It's lower hive on upper hive.
And we
Lower
can we,
hive
can
on
we,
upper hive, and all the evidence points to fish processing.
can we triangulate
Or
the servitor based on time frame, what was found, and then like the actual pieces that were used to break in with that type of enhancement for the opening, the cutters.
What do you require? What information do you require? I do not understand the process.
You know what I'm saying?
Is
Do
it
you hear me,
possible to
Davian?
figure out the servitors which has this feature as well as the would be able to
No
area.
servitors will have this feature as it is a redundant tool.
So it's manual
Obsolete.
labor's work tool.
Yeah, it was
So-
a pair of manual clippers with an independent power supply.
So
Okay,
that
it's
have been
not-
disposed of through standard channels, so they'll have been
Yeah.
dumped in the undercity,
Yeah.
to the underhive. Right,
Correct.
we're getting somewhere now.
So it would indicate that it's somebody impersonating a server, or we were under a misapprehension.
misapprehension most likely.
So I'm assuming that the green shit is also something. If you can show the majors that would be fantastic.
Yes, I Bluetooth wire the images.
Okay.
We airdrop it.
He's sort of like
Airdrop.
he's sort of like, you hear that, dial-up modem, and then he sort of like turns back to you and goes, aquatic biomass, designation species B267675-86, main purpose of hive Adion's production facilities. 6,467.24 million tons harvest, processed and shipped last year, Imperial year. Principal ingress via low hive dock.
Okay.
Where we have 3 points of information all pointing down to the fishy parts of the lower hive.
And we have 2 points of information that point to the docks.
Yeah. Just out of interest, Does he know anything? No.
Go on.
I quotation marks smell working union end quotation marks.
What are you going to ask?
What I was going to ask was, if the admechs obviously run the entire hive, don't they? That's the thing. That's their facility almost. What's his opinion of his interactions with Praetor Boris?
Armed conflict among superfluous upper hive communities projected to impede rations production by negative 22.3%, with further escalations if immediate action not taken to suppress. The protocol, implemented by civil functionary designated Praetor Boris, projects 78% successful given current variables, with diminishing probabilities should additional biomass terminus ensure.
So that doesn't sound good. Right, fair enough.
Yeah, so his way of handling business is actively reducing production.
No, his no. Do you want me to translate what that looks like? It says basically, there's a 78% chance that him blagging that it's all been done with will sort it out. A 78% chance.
Okay.
22% chance that this entire sector's breadbasket will go up in flames, which isn't acceptable.
Not at all.
All right. I think this is all we need from this guy.
Yeah.
Agreed. How do you feel, guys?
Yeah, we've definitely got whoever has done this. I think we're pretty certain it's not the servitor, which was a possibility.
So from here, where to?
Down.
Governors.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, wait, you want to go? You want to go?
What?
What's up? You all right?
No,
You
nothing.
good?
I'm just choking to death.
Okay.
harsh.
Let's put it on the table then for vote. And why?
Well, let's go to the docks. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should go down to wherever the world fish oil processing place is.
And then shoot back up to the governor's spot afterwards.
If we don't find anything else down there.
So yeah. So okay. So real quick, what are we going to? What are we going to the dock to look for?
And also, the further down we go, I'm pretty sure this is about to get dangerous. We need to start getting serious.
Yeah. I've been serious the whole time.
I got you. You understand me, King?
What? So what are we going to the docks to actually look for? Somebody with oil on their boots, because that's going to be everyone down there.
Well, indeed. But what we need to find out what's going on down there. Is it a heretical cult that's taken place there? Is it some sort of workers' revolution that's trying to overthrow the
Gotcha.
imperial houses or something like that?
We're not.
So our presence should be drawing out some kind of like.
Well, also we're gonna walk around and take a look, see what the mood is down there. When everybody's okay, got it.
Right.
Yeah. Magus will go. I concur. There is a connection between Lower Hive and the murders in Upper Hive.
Yeah, we got that.
Magus, is there anything you can assist us with except for the things we have asked for? In the course of stabilizing the hive.
Magus, do you have any hand grenades?
Magus, do you have anything equipment-wise to give us?
Negative.
Can we, James? Since we're with the Adeptus Mechanicus, can we use this? And we're in a civilized area. Can we use this opportunity to requisition equipment?
Sure.
All right.
Right. How does it work?
So we have to make influence tests, and the difficulty number is the value of the item. Let me look real quick. Hold on a second.
Won't buy some stuff.
Yeah. So what happens is we make a you make an influence check. If you're in order to make an influence check, you have to share a keyword with the item. If you share more than one keyword, anything after the first counts as a bonus die to the influence test. If you come up short like a couple icons, you can spend a point of wealth to like make up to add an icon.
Okay.
If you roll a complication, when you spend that point of wealth is burned. So it's like you're spending stuff that you can't get back.
Got it.
So let's look at war gear. I would like a hand grenade or two. Just a base bottom.
Frag grenade is what you're looking for.
Not a crack grenade. You
Frag.
said frag.
Frag.
Yeah. Frag.
It has a value 2 and it's common.
Exactly. So I'm going to make an influence test.
Okay, so it's modified by. It's modified by the rarity of the war gear.
Common. All right.
So
Sorry.
so it's common. There's no penalty. And it's value. Is it right? Hang on. Rarity. The value of the war gear determines the base DN. So it's DN of 2. And it's modified by its rarity, which is common, which is +0. So you're looking for 2 successes.
Yep. 2 successes. Boom. Here we go. Boom. Approved. All right. Hey, you know what? Thanks, Carbonass. You're a nice guy.
Did anyone else want to acquire any gear?
Thinking about rolling for a 4th axe.
Yes, just double checking stuff.
4 sacks.
Mine's a little bit more sort of basic than that. Can we all get Vox speeds?
That's. There we go.
I'm almost embarrassed that we don't have them.
Okay.
Is it tools and equipment?
Yeah.
Vox speeds are it's page 240 in the book. They are rarity uncommon, keywords any.
What was it? A Vox?
A Vox
Speed.
speed, it's basically the in-ear communicators.
Okay, so so their value is 3 and it's uncommon. So DN is going to be 4.
But the keywords any, so you can add other keywords to gain bonus dice.
How many can you add?
How many keywords do you have?
4.
You have 4 keywords?
Ordo Hereticus, Inquisition, Imperium, and Adeptus Administratum, because I've got had an any.
Yeah.
Isn't Order Hereticus and Inquisition the same?
No.
No, it's not. 'Cause
Really?
You could be Ordo Malleus and Ordo.
Because for me it says Inquisition brackets Order.
Oh, right. I it's what came up. But then, okay, 3 then. I've got 3 keywords.
Yeah.
So
It
does
might
that
just
put
be
it down?
because but it might just be because of your
Well, in that case, does that just make it DN1? I'm not
No,
sure.
it's still
No,
DM3.
you know,
4.
you gotta have
Yeah.
it gives you bonus dice because rolling a 6 counts as 2 successes.
Of course it does.
So it's
yes.
there's a different, yeah.
So, and influence is under gear, because of course it is. Right, so it's 3 bonus dice. No. And it's
And I think-
DN4, yeah.
and I think you're just clicking on
Yeah, I've got it.
influence, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I'm not getting that. Oh, I can
You
spend a
can.
point. I can spend a point of wealth, can't I?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll spend a point of wealth.
You don't have to burn it. You just use a point. You're
Yeah.
okay. If you roll a complication, then you have to burn it and take it off your character sheet. Otherwise,
Cool,
you get
yeah. I get you. Right. And does that cover everybody, James, or are we all having to individually roll?
I would say you have to individually roll because it says you can roll once per session to gain ammo, and you can roll once per session. This is if you're in a civilized area to gain ammo, and once per session to gain a piece of gear.
Okay.
And I used my roll to get grenades, so I'm not getting a Voxier thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling in for one.
What are you getting?
A box here. Speed
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Cool.
and a 4-6. So am I rolling now?
You can't get a 4-6. One or the other. Go to gear. The gear tab. And roll an influence.
Why is
check.
his influence 0?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe his influence should be 1.
Well, hilariously, because of course I never read my character sheet, I already have a Vox speed.
Oh.
So now you got a second one.
So now I've
No,
got
no, no.
2.
No. I added it. I already.
Oh,
added
right.
it.
Okay. Well done,
Oh.
James. You sneaky bugger.
So go to gear and do what?
Under influence, I think you should have 1 influence, base influence. Check it to 1.
Hang on. Let me check. I think your influences start at 2. Because you're tier 2.
Okay.
I'm that dude.
I think.
Then my influence is 4.
Did you? I thought you and Nathan were going to go over this on Friday.
We did.
We did.
I just forgot influence. Sorry.
Yeah.
Your starting influence is equal to your fellowship.
We what?
Your
Your
fellowship.
starting influence is equal to your fellowship minus 1.
So it's
Okay.
a 1.
Yeah, so I'm good. I'm at 3. I'm good.
I'm at 1.
All right.
So that's
I was at 3, but I chose background options that added my influence up 1 and then up another 1. Yeah.
We're going to roll.
What are you going for?
Excuse me.
Going
Don't
for
forget
4
to change
sacks?
your influence is 1, yeah?
I'm not rolling for anything. I don't want anything.
Okay.
Yeah. If we all don't have the bees, there's no point in getting them all right now.
Well, it'd be handy for 2 of you to at least, so that, because
If we
currently...
split up, we take one of you.
All right, well then I'll roll for a bead then.
Okay.
Good.
So give yourself 3 bonus dice, difficulty chance of, or difficulty number of 4.
Why 3?
Because he's got 3
Because it
keywords.
has keywords ending.
He's got 4.
What?
He's got 4 keywords. Okay.
Adeptus Astra Telepathica, Psycha, Scholastria, whatever, and Imperium.
Something
Plastic
Latin, something Latin, something Latin, and something Latin.
Imperium.
All right, so 4. So give yourself 4 bonus dice.
Hey, can you throw on for me right quick, Nathan? Because I'm kind of trying to find it right now.
All right, hold on.
Thanks.
Boom, 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 boom. Here is Mr. Fury Influence. Difficulty 4. Dice pool, bonus dice 4. Roll. Heresy. All right, so you can spend wealth. You got a bunch of wealth, so
And I will.
okay, cool. So
Down
you
to
can
5.
No, you don't spend it like that. You just
Okay. All right.
you got enough wealth points to make up the difference, so you're good. And you
Okay.
didn't roll a complication, so those don't go away. They stay on your character sheet.
All right. Cool.
So Nick has a Vox speed.
Right, I'll add it to your character sheet.
And I've just looked, and in my sort of class page, the Inquisition and Ordo are 2 separate keywords.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because on my character sheet background, it says it's a same thing.
Yeah.
I believe. Because it says Inquisition and then select a order.
Right, and
And I think the
Ivan,
comma between the 2 makes the difference.
Okay, for me it's not a comma. It's in brackets or what it's called. Never mind. Just to clarify, so your influence is your fellowship -1 plus any modifiers you have, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So then I should be at 3 and not 2. I miscalculated. Or it's correct. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get a med kit
Sweet.
because I think we will be shot at quite soon.
a
Let's
medikit or a
see. A
medikit.
medikit.
It's valuable.
DN of-
It's free and it's uncommon, so it's going to be DN of 4.
Yes.
Keywords any.
Yep, keywords any, so you can add your 3 bonus dice.
Yeah. So that would be a total of 6 then. See if this works correctly or if something is miscalculated.
4 successes. All right. I'll add a med kit to your cat sheet. Bam.
Yes, please.
Approved.
Done.
Thank you.
What does it actually do?
It negates the DN penalty when making resolve shock.
All right, cool. Right. Right, yeah. Okay, so he manages to bring you out some shit. Some servitors come out, like they bring Sergeant Payne some grenades, and Davin and Nicholas, they bring you out a Vox bead, and Ivan, they bring you out a medikit.
Yep.
Cool.
Microphone check 1 2. Can you hear me? Can you hear?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
He's toggling in the Vox speed.
Oh,
Yes.
Can you
yes,
hear
I
me?
can.
Check,
we're
check,
standing in the
check.
same fucking room. Where's that from? Where they're like, no, we can hear you. We're in the same room.
Two.
Yeah.
Where's that from? What film?
I don't know.
Is that a film or? I know it's a quote from something. Where they're doing the test on the mics and they're like, no, we can hear you because we're in the same fucking room.
That'd be Wayne's World. It's always Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Speaking of things from films, I think it's time for me to do the one more thing because I'm still confused here. So some dude has got into somewhere in the upper echelons of these towers with a power claw, right? And clearly hasn't just waltzed in with a power claw. Okay, man who controls all of the hive, who can see everything. How would you get, without people seeing you, around this place with a power claw?
Ingress and egress is fault limited transport points. Each active flow monitored by Scritari, Vanguard Firewall Protocol. Unsanctioned biomass contamination from lower hive via sanctioned portals, calculating as highly unlikely. Biomass infiltration through secondary systems predicted. Highest probability weak point is via biomass industrial transport network. Corrupting biomass components required for infiltration protocols completion. Scanning performance data streams complete. Subject junction shunt station designated SJST386. Performance analyst reports predicts 48% likely that biomass component designated Ivan Krill vulnerable to outside protocols. Recommendation: submit queries to Ivan Crete before biomass is euthanized for spare servitor parts. I don't know if that's answered anything. It was gibberish, but
Yes, it did. I got it because I've read Hereticus and Gaunt's Ghost, and I speak Servitor, but my character doesn't.
Yeah, I understand most of it. Did
I
he say
understood what he said,
corrupt
yeah.
biomass?
Yeah, so like criminal, whatever. But he said 48% chance that it's somebody named Ivan Krill that's using the industrial transportation network and secondary avenues to gain access to. But I mean, 48% ain't a big percentage, so we at least should question this person.
Yeah. Columbo wins again.
And then there was what else did he say? This is actually Validius. Like his intellect is only 2. So if he can't shoot it, stab it, burn it, or blow it up, he doesn't really want to have anything to do with it. And he's just like, my head hurts when I think too hard.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
He also said, what does he say? Crete. Something about reclaiming parts.
Yeah, if it's
Okay.
They will be reused to servitors.
Okay.
So we need to find this Crete.
No,
we
Krill.
now know why we're Crete,
Krill.
whatever. We now know why we're going down into the hive. Definitely now. James, what was just because we've got a Chris, a Krill, a Crete. We've got lots of different names floating around. What was the name of the person that he said was a 48% chance?
It was me.
Don't you
there you
start.
go. That should appear in chat. The name.
Yeah. So Evil Crete.
Evil Crete.
Almost my name.
I've got all this. I take a hand and tap the monoscope on my shoulder. I'm like, I've got all this recorded.
Well done, so
So if we need to play anything back that he just said, we can play it back.
Before you head off, he turns to you and says, Servitor unit K98 is assigned to guide you to shunt station SJS T386 if required.
What's shunt station SJS T386?
That's the shunt station that Ivan Crete works at.
Okay, cool.
Magus, before we leave, is it possible to ensure no further transportation towards Upper Hive is accessible until this is resolved?
Negative. It will require shutdown of entire process of
the food production and stuff.
Yeah.
That's how he's getting industrial transport.
Yeah.
Okay. He can escort us there, but shunt station. What's a shunt station? That's the place where this guy works, but is it a transportation hub?
It's a train yard, basically.
Train yard. Okay.
It's just like a node.
Yeah.
Hence
Alright.
shunting trains, right?
Gotcha.
It's called a shunt yard.
That's cool. Not yeah.
If you do model railway, that is. I mean, you might not be geeky enough to do it.
No. I just. I mean, yeah. We just call it a rail yard.
I mean, I'm geeky enough to do it. I just don't have the space or money. So you know.
I don't have the vocabulary. We just call it a rail yard, not a shunt yard. But okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Does he have a planetary vox?
Yes. Yeah, he does. No. Yeah, he would have a planetary vox.
He would have a vox. You want to call
Yeah.
Varonius, Davian, and give him an update real quick?
Yes, let's check in with the boss and tell him that we're on the case.
And then we'll take K98 to SJS T386.
All right.
Yeah, we'll pass on the evidence that we've got back to Varonius and also let him know that we're going down into the underhive.
All right.
And also let him know that the Boris guy.
Oh yeah, he does say that he's had a rather irate call from a Praetor Boris.
That's a shame.
He asked to speak to my manager.
He Karened you.
With the haircut and everything?
Yeah. Like the adjudicator from John Wick 3. Walking around. Can I speak to the manager, please?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Right, let's get ourselves to the shunt yard then.
I think I'm going to end it there.
Oh, you know what that means? You know what that means,
Icy
everybody?
boy.
Oh yeah.
Shit's going down the
it's
shunt
going
yard.
down. Yeah, oh yeah. Yep.
Gunfight in a rail station. Let's
Get it right, get it tight.
Is that some? Oh, okay.
military. It's
I think-
military speak.
I think I want to give everyone 50 experience for today. It's
After
more than
100
advised.
experience. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
It's more than it's advised, but it's like you're supposed to, like each story is supposed to be like you're supposed to be a slightly higher tier, but I think this story I think it's gonna take about 1.5 episodes to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'll probably do is just go straight into the second story once we finish this first part.
And then do the advancement
Cool.
to another tier. So here's the deal with experience. If you get 100 experience, you go up a rank. So your rank goes from rank 1 to rank 2. Your rank stays the same even if you go up in tier. And there's only ever 3 ranks. So it's your rank 1, rank 2, and rank 3, and other experience you use to purchase like ascension packages to go up a tier, or just to add abilities and stuff.
I hope everyone enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, great.
So 50 experience points.
So what I learned is we should probably just talk to Adeptus Mechanicus at every world we go to.
Yep.
This has got the low down skinny. You just have to decipher what he's saying. But after reading three Eisenhorn novels, and I can understand Glosser.
I've got the Eisenhorn novels on audio.
Yeah, I do too.
I just got to find some time to listen to them.
That's how I listen to them. Driving to work for an hour and a half.
Right, should we do some shout outs?
Yeah.
Should we start? We'll start with Nathan and we'll go back. Nathan.
Hey, I shout it out all the time. Godless Polecat, anywhere you care to find me online. Look me up, we'll chat.
Thank you. Mason.
Nothing at the moment right now, but it's on the way. It's on the way. Trust me.
All right. Oscar.
No, still on the way. Haven't gotten used to it.
Neil.
You can find me on Twitter at @VodkaShock, where you can see me live designing my new Forged in the Dark game, as I keep doing on the bus as I'm going into work every morning, banging on about King Arthur. You can read my blog at omnihedron.co.uk.
What are you signing?
A King Arthur-based Forged in the Dark game that I'm literally doing on the bus on the way into work every morning, sort of spewing stuff out onto Twitter and seeing what people say.
I've seen your tweets. I haven't commented on because I don't think I've got anything like to add.
It's very loose at the moment, put it that way.
Okay. As for me, don't forget to check out all the social medias I have. If you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. That will be in the description below. Twitter, if you use Twitter, follow me on Twitter because you'll see me posting a lot more recently. I've become a bit more active on Twitter. Facebook, if you don't use Twitter, that is occasionally used. And then if you're watching this on Twitch, go watch the VODs on YouTube. There's loads of Test Chamber. There's also the podcast version as well. If you don't have the time to watch and listen, you can go check out the podcast audio only version. And yeah, it's slowly growing, slowly getting more people watching and listening to the stuff. But yeah, we will speak to you all next time. Thank you all for watching. Thank you guys for playing. And we will see you in about a week.
Cheers.